There he goes. Little bass. Oh. Welcome back to the channel. Doing a little bit of bass fishing in a little state park this morning. Ah, come on. Dang. Fish? Where did you put that thing? There we go. Yeah, little bitty bass. Anyway, we're in a state park. I fish from time to time, and seeing if this morning we would have some a little bit of activity, a little bit of top water. Got a late start, which is usual these days, it seems, but we got one throwing the top water white deer hair popper. That one liked it. This lake is about 60 acres. I had a good day's fishing, and rarely ever do I really get into them. Usually I just catch a couple here, a couple there. I have in the past had some really good days here, but usually it's just the odd fish. This lake is, most of it kind of drops off. There's not a lot of shallow water. There's here and there, there's some spots, but basically it's pretty much a bowl. I'm in the foothills, and while it's not mountains, we're real close to the mountains, as you can see back there. And I can go, I don't know, I could drive 10-15 minutes, be catching trout. I was about in the 9th grade. This used to be a cow pasture. And one day I was driving over the highway, which goes right beside here, and I looked and I went, oh my gosh, they dammed it up, it's a lake. literally from one year to the next there was a lake. And I was like, well, okay, they're probably gonna stock some bass in it, but it'll probably be a few years before it's worth fishing. So I waited a few years, and it had this really bad algae bloom. Really bad algae bloom. And that lasted for years. And man, there'd be fish everywhere. I mean, we caught the bass back in the day. And nothing big. But man, we caught fish. And then they drained the lake to build some fishing docks, some fishing piers, and a boat ramp. And when they put they didn't drain it all the way down. They drained it about 10-15 feet roughly. And I hit this lake after they drained it, and the fish were concentrated and hungry. I took one late afternoon, I took a mouse pattern on the fly rod, and I flat tore them up. I mean, it was insane. All you had to do is just get the fly in the water. That's all that mattered. But they were bunched up because they had lost so much shoreline, and there's a lot of fish. That was an amazing evening. I'm talking, I don't know, 25. I don't know how many fish I caught that afternoon. It was insane. I filled it back up. the algae never came back. I don't know if they poisoned it or what, but and the fishing's never been as good. I've had a few good days since then, but I do not come here expecting to catch a lot, nor do I come here expecting to catch 5-pounders. Oh, shoot. That must have been a brim. I just looked away. I felt a tug. But this is only 30 minutes from the house. It's got a concrete boat ramp. I can be in here fishing in no time. And I got to get back this afternoon. So I'm like, yeah, I'll get up this morning and go hit this little lake. Do a little bit of bass fishing. Yeah, this is feel like this. You know, this is the kind of place that makes me really appreciate South Florida. Change to a yellow and chartreuse deceiver. Had a fish hit it, a bass. I saw him really good. I missed him. But that's a good sign. Look crazy. Anyway, let's try this. A little pink and white deceiver. A little different than that yellow one. Even though I got some action on that. Just that, saw that one follow it and could, you know, veer off of it. I don't know if he saw me or what. He did not take it. Not take it. We'll find out. A little change of color. Sometimes that makes all the difference in the world. Sometimes it doesn't matter what you do. They're just not biting. Well, I've had some bites. I landed one. You know, I've been here maybe an hour. Ain't exactly bad so far. Of course, the warmer it gets today, the higher that sun gets, the less likely they are to bite. But who knows? I've caught bass in the middle of the day, bright sunshine, hot. But on average, once it gets warm, boy, they like that early morning and they like that late afternoon. Gotta follow. Ah, he just kind of nipped at it. It's like, I know that's fake. I'm gonna prove it. I'm gonna nip it. That's what it was like. These fish are not aggressive. Another one came at it. Oh, he followed it all the way up to the boat. Saw the boat and said, nah. Come on, fish, really? I am getting interest, just not getting commitment. They might not want a bright color. I'm gonna change up here in a little bit if I don't get any more bites. Any solid takes. No, they are in the shallows. They're definitely proven that. I ain't got to go try to go deep. Well, I ain't doing that anyway. That's just not what I do. Dude back there, he's arguing with someone on the phone while fishing. Screw that. I want to argue, I just go home. I came out here to get away from that crap. They ain't really happy about my choice of flies, I don't think. Had those follows though. That'll mess you up. Get a bite, get a follow on a fly, and you're like, okay, this is what they want when it's not. Oh, put on a little deer hair popper, but it's an olive. I call the froggy color. We'll see if that does a trick. Oh yeah, there you go. Shoot, I'd given up looking around for a place to cast. Oh, he got off. Didn't get a good hook set. He totally took me by surprise. Totally took me by surprise. Well, 2 solid hits on topwater. Solid hits. Now, he got off because I just did not get a good hook set. I should have caught that fish. It spooked something. Oh, there he goes. Have the camera's on. A little bass. About what I expect. Well, y'all know me by now. This is about what I catch. That's about it. All right, buddy. Just like South Florida. That's actually might be even smaller. Not as many of them. That's 2 solid hits on this thing. I changed the color. They might have hit the white deer hair popper. I don't know. But that's you know, 50 feet. 2 bass. 50 feet. There is another one. Come on. Shoot. Okay, that's 3 fish. Right there. Bam, bam, bam. How'd you get that thing in there, fish? Here we go. A little bass. I'll take him today. I'll take him. Oh yeah. Maybe I got the fly after all. Now this one doesn't make as loud of a splash. I mean a pop. The other one did. Oh. Howdy.
How you doing?
Oh, I've caught a couple. Nothing big.
I missed one.
Yeah. They are not super aggressive. Probably should have been up here at daylight, but I got in here late. I think I got in right before you did. You know.
Yeah. You know what? Pretty as this place is, oh my God.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to beat the scenery. Okay, a fly I was catching fish on. I think a pickerel came up, got it, and cut me right off. And I mean, just a clean cut. So I lost my fly. So I'm trying a little frog pattern. I know it don't look like much of a frog, but a little frog pattern. It's about the same color as that one I was catching fish on. Funny thing is, my personal best largemouth was on a frog fly. And the funny thing was, he hit it, he just sucked it in like a trout sipping a midge. And I thought it was a brim. He was up against the bank. And he just sipped it in. And I almost didn't set the hook. And I said, well, something told me, Derek, set the hook. Sure enough. About 7 pounds, maybe. I had another one of those. I took the frog off. It was not doing any good. Because I don't think it matters now. They're just not biting. But went back to a deer hair like the one I was catching them on. This one's a little bit bigger though. I'm watching these guys down here in this white truck. They have to have been there for 20 minutes, blocking the ramp for 20 minutes. But y'all might have heard my rant about that. Well, one of them. I've had 2 rants about that. Oh man, it's gonna sit there and take forever. Take their time. They don't care. There may not be anybody waiting on them. It doesn't matter. At any moment, someone could pull up and be ready to go. They're just blocking that ramp. They don't give a flip about anybody but themselves. Yeah, they don't make these anymore. Old Town Pack.
That's sharp, yeah.
So it'll have to be pried out of my cold, dead fingers. Y'all have a good one, man. The battery died on me. I had one, got him almost to the boat and he got off, and then I landed 2 more. So they ain't been too bad. Stay out of there. Well, smallest one so far, but he bit. I think about 7 or 8.